Welcome, everyone. You are about to embark on a journey through the universe as you indulge in this extraordinary essence of enlightened, empowered, evolved. Let the show begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just in time.
Yeah.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Luke Bryan Smith, and welcome to Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved, where we educate, motivate, and liberate you through enlightening dialogues, empowering music, and evolving content. I'm excited once again because my next guest is a NeCognita Life Navigator, inspirational e-courses and coaching programs she's involved in, and to cultivate a loving mindset and joy of heart and a whole lot more. But without further ado, allow me to introduce to you Caroline Jonsson. How are you doing today, Caroline?
Hi, Luke. Thank you so much. I'm doing great over here. How are
Abs-
you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm doing fabulous. And I just want to say that I believe that time is one of our most precious assets. And for you to choose to spend even a moment of your time in the history of your timeline here with me on Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved, I'm just so grateful. I want to extend my sincerest gratitude. Thank you again very much for being here at this present moment.
Thank you. Thank you. I think it's so beautiful what you're doing, and I felt connected right away.
Right. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. I honestly know we have drawn each other into each other's experiences for a reason. And we're going to find out more about that reason right now. So,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And you're in Sweden, by the way, and you're experiencing some very severe weather at this point, at this moment.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
Yes.
been like a new ice age over here. We
Oh,
had
wow.
like the first winter in, I think, over 20 years, like a
Oh,
very
wow.
cold, long winter.
Oh, wow.
Of,
Wow. I
yeah.
send warm energy to you
Thank you.
personally.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
let's get right into it, Caroline. So
Yeah.
elaborate a bit on that term you were helping me to pronounce, that ne cognita life navigator.
Yeah.
What how did you how did that develop, and what does that all entail?
Oh, thank you so much for the question. This is my heart project. I You can say like I've been a workaholic all my life. I've been working so much for other people, leaders, teaching, the labor market, and everything. And 2019, it just hit me like this great feeling in my stomach. Actually, it was like something is not right over here. So I just felt like I have to change my navigation. I have to point my north to
Mm,
somewhere else.
mm,
So I learned a lot of how to look inwards, and
right,
I actually looked at very many names about personal development. So it's a big market, right? So
right.
I looked at the different Latin words, and necognita means what is not yet known.
Wow.
And
What
that's
is not yet known?
exactly,
Oh, excuse
yeah,
me for my interruption. I just wanted to repeat that. Okay. Thank you. Go ahead,
it's
Caroline.
okay. Yeah, thank you. So I love that because when we face fear in different areas of our life, so we have life crisis and life lessons all the time, right? So we face a lot of fear, and if you have studied a lot of social science, you know that fear makes us grow, right? So we can,
Yes. Isn't that amazing though? I just want to highlight that. I apologize again for
it's okay.
if I interrupted you, but that is amazing. I just wanted to highlight that it helps us to grow. Being uncomfortable helps us to grow. Just things that we think, situations that we think are scary, that are, you know, they lead to growth and shaking us up a bit. And wow, just a whole lot.
Yeah.
I can go on
Yeah.
all day about that. Yes, yes.
I
Thank you.
love that. Thank you. Yeah, of course. And I just felt like when I was studying in the university, you learn that you fear the unknown because it's not
Right.
known, right?
Right.
But when
Right.
you practice and practice, it becomes known to you. Then it's your strength,
Mm,
right?
that's amazing.
Yeah. So this is my thinking of how you can cultivate a loving mindset,
Mm,
because my passion and purpose is to help the younger generation
right.
detoxify from the social media, the technician going so fast, and they have lost a lot of heart set, I think, a loving heart set. You can see it right now in Sweden. We have, like, I think top 10 in the world most shootings here. We have so much violence right
Oh,
now.
no.
Yeah, it's crazy. We have
Yes.
never had
Yes.
this before. So it's
Right.
you can
Right.
know it's a lot of fear in the world right now. It's many
Right.
things are coming to the surface. Yeah.
Right. Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah.
You are, and please continue, but allow me to elaborate once again.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes, I totally resonate with everything that you said thus far in regard to there is no coincidence that these types of events, these type of mindset, it's connected with this fast information coming at us. It's connected with this the social medias. Um, Although in my perspective, in my particular um, unique situation, all I see when I'm online is positive because I've cultivated that and geared that for me. So
Yeah.
I'm not connecting with all you know, the violence and things like that. I'm connecting only with things that are teaching me and personal development and positivity that
Mm.
I've tuned that. But yes, I can see that with our
Mm.
young people. Um, it's
It,
like it's just, it's a, just a vast array of things, uncharted territory, and they're able to just go in there and it, I'm trying to say the right things, but
no,
you
it's
never
okay.
know what they might come across. You know what I mean? Come
Yeah.
across. And
Yeah.
yeah, and they're very susceptible and impressionable. So yes. And
Exactly. And it's because, we had this, I also believe that, I want to clarify that I believe
right,
that technician can be used for very good reasons,
right,
like you say. But right now we see, like in our latest in Sweden, our science, we have been making measure when social media first came in 2009, and you
right.
can actually see a rate of young girls having more and more mental illness. It just goes
Mm,
off the roof. And of course this is because the big apps, Facebook, Instagram, they are actually built on mental
right,
addiction. So, the
right,
colors, the thing you can just go on, and people lose hours, of course. And
right,
I believe if you can just like elaborate those things and use it for social purposes, like you and I are using right now, it's great.
right,
Then it's
right.
a technician for the good, of course.
Yes, but
Yeah.
as we observed, and as you and I know, that a lot of young people don't have that discernment yet, and that is
Okay.
absolutely great that someone like yourself is here to help to steer that and to curve that. And yes, when you're young and you don't know anything that anyone throws at you, so to speak, you're going
Mm.
to be involved in it, especially if it seems exciting and drama
Mm.
and a trend that everybody else is doing. So, yeah, you can get sucked into that easily.
Mm.
So I can understand that you and we're more mature now, and we're able to, to use discretion and use it in a good way. But yes, unfortunately, our young people are not able to do that yet. So they do need, guidance. And
Of
that
course, it's
that's
like,
yes, go ahead.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
listening.
thank you. It's like I've been, I'm a teacher, so I have a
Right,
lot of subjects I learn in the universities, and
right,
one of them is biology. It's very funny to see we are creatures of habit, right? So
right.
we have habits, and one person can be very smart
Mm.
and effective, but a whole group of population is very lazy. Human are born lazy, right? So
Right,
we
right.
have to be pushed to do some developments.
Mm.
And I remember my professor at the university, sometime he made a distinction between us and a group of cows, you know. Yeah, because if
Yes.
one cow starts to run, the
Yeah.
rest of them follow,
Right,
right?
right,
So that's the same thing. If one person likes this thing on the social media, others will follow.
right. And you can see that it's
Yeah,
very apparent, when anything comes in the is highlighted in on social media as the latest trending story. Everybody jumps on it. And that's why I pride myself by not doing so. Someone
no,
will come to
exactly.
me, whether I'm out somewhere, and they'll say, "Hey, did you see this? Or did you hear this?" No, I didn't. Only because you just told me, but no. I'm not
No,
jumping on
no,
the latest thing. If I feel like this, and no insult to anyone, but if it's something that's not uh to uplift me and to help me, I don't need to see it, you know?
no.
Yeah, if it's not to
And
feed me in some type of way, but just
mm,
drama because of somebody else's unfortunate circumstances or gossip
true.
or anything like that, I don't need that,
Mm.
you know?
No. And that's so beautiful because that's where we are so many right now awakening and uplifting. And this is
Right,
because we have to change the trends because, talking bad about each other and
right,
feeding the bad, it
right,
should never expand so much more. So it's so great to do this, to cut off the news and,
right,
meditate and go right
right.
in. You have a good news channel up over here as well, right?
Yes, yes. And
Yeah,
people don't realize, like you just mentioned, and I'm glad you tapped into this. It might seem harmless at the time, just following a few negative stories, but overall, the long-term effect is negative, a negative effect on your mental health, being,
of course.
allowing
Yeah.
that type of, energy and information to
Mm.
keep circulating in your mind. It's been
Mm.
proven that like you said, even with those studies, that it does something, negative on our minds. So you have to be very careful and aware of that.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And it's like you can look like you have for example, I think it was pretty funny when COVID started. What
Right.
was the one thing here in Sweden? People started to shop like crazy maniacs. I don't know how
Mm.
they did in the United
Yes,
States.
same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Same
was
thing.
toilet paper.
Yes, that's what it was
Toilet
here.
paper. Yeah, as well. And it's like, what is this survival technique? Because we're going on survival mode. Like, oh God, I have to take a crap. So I need
Oh,
some toilet paper.
yeah,
So crazy.
that
Yeah.
was so funny to me because I was sitting back in observing that. I'm like, wait a minute. This is what we've come down to for our survival is people panicking over toilet paper. It's like I thought about this, and I'll share exactly what I was thinking. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, it's
please
not
do.
that serious. If you have to go to the bathroom like that, just get in the shower afterward and clean yourself.
Exactly.
Simple.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
And
get in
you
the
also
shower.
have, yeah, you have like, I know my grandma on the, they were survivors of the Second World War. They used newspapers.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
or
you can
yeah,
you can get inventive,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
You can get
don't freak
inventive.
out.
Get a
Yeah,
cloth and use it. And I know it sounds a little different, but get a cloth, use it, and
yeah,
wash it out and
take it
reuse
off.
it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
We
yes,
become like this. So it's I like to motivate and challenge people to think differently because
right,
I believe like we've been talking about, like we get stuck and we get so affected of this media thinking of news, the bad news all the time. And here
right,
we have two wars right now. We have the war, Russia have
right.
invaded Ukraine, and we
Ukraine,
have
right.
Israel and Iran. It's
Wow,
like going up. Just felt like, have we just gone backwards in time 20 years? So what just happened? It's a play of the democracy, I think, right now. So we
right,
have to really stand up for it
right.
and
Yeah,
talk about these things
yes.
as well.
There's contrast going on. with the wars and the people waking up and
Mm.
uh which is a good thing, and people like you said, allowing the media, social media, to affect them negatively. There's just so much going on, so much.
So much,
Yes.
so much. And this is like energy, in the
Right.
universal, it's energy expanding. And so many things in the society system needs to die out so we
Right.
can rebuild something new. And
Right.
that's why so many things are on the edge right now. That's my belief
Mm,
anyway. And,
right.
I have people who connect, and they say right now some planets
Mm,
around our solar system are in aligning or something, and this hasn't happened since the First World War.
mm. Wow,
So
I
a
never
lot
knew
of
that.
energies. Yeah. So when we talk about energies, I know many people are like, "Oh, what is that?" But I am a natural science teacher, so I
Mm,
just say it's like gravitation,
right.
magnetism, electromagnetism. It's
Right. And
not
it's
that.
having an
Oh,
effect on us. Yes,
exactly,
it's true.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, I please do go deep.
Uh, Inspirational e-courses. Tell us a little bit about that in your coaching programs. Give us a little insight
Thank
on
you,
that.
thank you. I actually just had this epiphany. I think it's like 1 year ago. I was like,
Right.
okay, I have to do something different because in this wheel of going to a 9 to 5 job, my body can't take it anymore because I was
Right.
burned out as a teacher. And I
Mm.
had a very bad one because my body stopped responding to
Oh,
my mind.
wow.
Yeah, so I was like, I got a how do you say in English? Autoimmune disease. So I had this
Oh,
inflammation
autoimmune. Yes. Oh,
all
okay.
over my body.
Right.
I felt like 95 years old, I
Mm.
can say. So it's been a very healing journey for me the last 5 years,
Right.
or maybe even 10 years. Yeah, almost 10 years.
Okay.
And I just felt like I went on this journey for 10 years. I learned
Right.
so much things. I learned Ayurvedic. I read a lot of books. So I put down to this e-course, how did I recover and reclaim my life after burnout? So it's about being true to yourself, finding your connection to your inner emotions and your communication. How sometimes people who are in this loop that we talk about, they're like maybe are not so very kind to themselves, in the mind. Then it's also about connection to the heart because we have love all around, right?
Right.
So it's about letting that in. We have this defense often. So we have
Mm.
to let the struggle just relax and softening
Mm.
into love, right?
Right.
And then it's about this, it's a 5 course program.
Okay.
And you can try one course or you can try the whole series. And it's about, coming back to yourself. What are you all about?
Right.
And finding your true life purpose. And what's your gifts to the world?
That is
That
absolutely amazing because,
key.
in my perspective, that is really what it all comes down to is knowing your purpose and being balanced with yourself, within yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and purpose. And that connects right here to what we're engaged in right now. This is part of my
Yeah.
purpose, to meet people and to engage in amazing dialogues, educational dialogues, dialogues that that revolve around uplifting people and informing and helping people to grow and evolve and empower them. This is part of my purpose now, and that's why it creates such a harmony within myself just to have a conversation with an extraordinary person such as yourself. And that's amazing that you
Thank you.
have developed a program to help to cultivate that.
No,
Amazing.
thank you so much. And I feel that, Lou. I actually got the shivers right now when
Yes.
you talk about this, because
Right.
exactly like you said, the
Mm,
dialogue is missing right now.
right.
It's hard to find these spaces to
Mm,
talk about these things, and
hmm.
people are getting more and more quiet. So this is, I think it's a bad thing. So we need to speak up,
Right.
right? Express ourselves.
Exactly. That it's
Yeah.
amazing. It's amazing. So, there was something else that I saw here that I wanted to ask you. Um,
Yeah, of
so
course.
you are as you I think you already mentioned this, but you're educated in behavioral science. Um, 5 years of university studies. Wow. What got you into behavioral science? Were you always just interested in just psychology and behavior and of the human mind? And
Yeah, I
yes,
can tell you, like, from the moment I was born,
right,
I was a very curious person. I've
person,
always been interested in everything around me, the nature, the people, how people are behaving. And
right,
I had to grow up very early in life, and I had a
right,
big traumatic experience as a very early childhood. So
right.
it has put me in a higher sense, so to speak.
Mm,
So I
heightened sense,
really,
yes,
yeah, so
right,
my sciences are very high in
right,
heightened.
right, right,
And so right now, when you go in a life path that isn't the right one, the universe will smack you back into the right
absolutely.
alignment.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So this happens to me very young. I was like living a double life. I felt I have this deep inner life, and then I had this facade outwards. So now it's just like crystallizing and melting to one. So
Mm,
I started actually working when I was only 13,
wow.
helping my sister's children because they had a not so very nice father who was away
Oh,
all the time. So
okay.
I babysit a lot.
Okay.
And then I started to working in kindergartens for almost 15 years, like
Mm,
this, when I was studying. And, I've always been so curious about everything. And human behavior is the most interesting thing, I think. How
right.
does people act and, reading mimics and body language. And, I just love it. And I've always been like a psychologist since I was very little. People always come to me for advice, have always done this. So
Wow.
I spent hours when I was younger on phone with helping people, helping my friends who was depressed and everything. So
Wow.
I thought like, why shouldn't I do this as a living?
Right.
So this is what I'm building right now, step by
Right.
step.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And as you said, your purpose. There it is right there. So
exactly.
what I was going to say, excuse me, but
Yeah, of
uh,
course.
how can people connect with you in regard to, finding out your courses and all that? Can you share with us a link while we're here that people
Of
can,
course.
yeah, can
Of
connect?
course.
Yes.
Yeah. Give me a second. I have LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram.
Okay.
You can find. I actually renamed my name. It was NeCognita Life Academy, but then it's like Navigator because I help people navigate through life. So
Mm,
I
wow.
said that.
Powerful. Powerful. So
Thank
the
you.
so the address, the websites or the addresses are what again?
Let me share this one.
Okay. No
Um,
problem.
Yeah, you can look at Caroline and NeCognita Life Navigator on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, and you can find it there. And let
Okay.
me just find you
And I will
here.
definitely, while you're looking for that, I will definitely say this, that I will put all these links right in
Yeah,
in the uh, in the description of this segment as well, so that people can just go and click on those.
yeah, yeah. And right now, I'm actually looking for 10 people who want to try this course that I'm building.
Okay.
And I also have for people who are curious but not yet really sure, they can always book a free call with me for 30 minutes.
Okay. And they just
And we can
go they
talk.
just go to one of your links and connect with you.
Yeah, exactly. It will
Okay.
say go here and then you have Calendly so you can book a time.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, I have those links from you.
I
Yes,
think so.
yes, I yeah, I think I remember seeing them. So I will incorporate them into the description. So amazing, amazing. So
Thank you.
before we conclude this segment, is there anything else you would like to share? Any last ideas, any words of encouragement, anything you got coming up, anything that you'd like to say?
Oh, I really want to just inspire everyone who's listening to really stop listening and look how where your life is at, you know. Look for synchronicities, things that feel good and things that feel bad, and try to navigate through it because it's happening for a reason. Everything's happened for a reason. So don't be afraid, just breathe. And yeah, get talking and look for knowledge and science, and book a coaching call, or maybe with you or with me, or yeah.
Yes, no, no. This segment here is about you. So no, book it with you,
Oh,
yes, exactly. So yes, I encourage everyone to yes to do it.
thank
Do
you.
as Caroline um, just said. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Take time and think and also what just to further elaborate on what we were saying earlier. Yeah, be careful, especially young people, but everyone,
mm,
on how you allow this social media to suck you in, you know, into especially
exactly.
to the negative energy, into the,
Yeah.
it's just feeding that. And I'll even get into um, more scientific. It's feeding that dopamine within you and you know, that adrenaline. And
Mm.
when we keep doing that, and it feels good, but it's not good for us to continue to do that. And
You
we
say
need
it's not real. It's
it's
not
not
the real deal. It's a
it's not the real
fake
deal.
thing.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
fake thing. And then what it does is put us in this pattern where we just continue to look for that rush. We continue to look for the next thing. Nothing is enough, and
Mm,
it becomes like a drug. And that's why so many people are have their heads buried in social media and on their phones all the time. You see
mm.
people walking and their heads are buried down into their phone. And
Oh, I
yeah,
know. It's crazy. Actually,
everywhere. It's like a
yeah.
zombie. Yeah, a zombie.
Yeah.
I've traveled to
Yeah.
a few different countries and I see that. And
Yeah.
when I quiet myself and I sit back and observe, I notice the same thing. I'm like, wow,
That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy what has happened to the people.
what's
They're
happening?
robots
Yeah,
almost.
right.
Yeah.
Robots. Everyone is,
Robots. Yeah.
like this.
Yeah. It's
And then
always it almost
they
goes.
look up at you and they don't say anything and then they go right back
No.
down to their phone. And I'm like,
Yeah. You
wow.
actually have that with VR glasses. I was working with kids. You can actually see when they cut off the VR glasses, you can see in their soul eyes that they're not there.
They're not
Something has
there.
happened.
Yeah,
No,
they're not
exactly.
there. Wow. And that's
Mm.
very scary because people, when they're not really there, they can make some decisions
Huge
that
Jesus.
aren't too good.
Exactly.
Like you say, leading to more violence there and shootings
Mm.
in Switzerland. Yeah, that has a lot to do with it. And
Mm.
unfortunate side effect. Yeah,
It
of
is. And
wow.
also, kids, they don't even have the courage to pick up the phone anymore. They are almost losing their ability to talk because they
Right,
just want to text. So it's
right.
so many things you can see that are affected badly or negatively
Yes,
with this.
communication, one of them. I can definitely see that. Wow. And this is great to highlight this for awareness for everyone.
Very
Yes,
much.
because um, yes, we have to highlight this and make people aware, like, hey, don't forget, and
Hmm.
spread this to everyone to wake up,
Yeah,
get your head out of that.
exactly.
Yeah,
Get your head out of the sand and look
yeah.
forward to a new
Yes.
horizon.
Yeah, interact with people. Come on, we're people.
Exactly.
We're meant to be to interact with each other and to communicate and to slow down and just yes, learn
Agree.
from each
Yeah.
other and not
And
just
fear can feel real, but some fears like are not real. It's just a survival mechanism. So we just have to move forward past that. That's something I teach as well. So, how to get over that in a very comforting and safe environment to release those old emotions.
Amazing, amazing. So thank you very much again, Caroline, for coming on here
Thank you.
and just spending some of your time with me. I appreciate this present moment right now, and I'm totally engaged in it and just listening to you and just yes, it's amazing. I really appreciate you very much.
Well, thank you, Lou. To you too. I'm so glad to be here and help you and help everyone who is listening.
Right. And thank you everyone for listening and or watching. And yeah, go into the description of this segment and click on Caroline's links. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
and see what she has for you. Also, whatever platform you're watching or listening to this on, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, share this amazing content around, help to elevate society, the universe, the elevate humanity. Yes,
Mm,
I can't say the
true.
universe. The universe is already elevated, but
Yeah.
just help to, align with the
Mm,
universe, help to align with your higher self by sharing this and seeking other information and content similar.
mm. Exactly. So
Yes,
good. So good.
y-
Thank you
yes,
so much.
yes. Thank you, everyone. Be sure to hit the Enlightened Empowered Evolved website as well. That's 333empower.com. And just thank you very much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Till next time. Love and appreciation. See you soon. Enlightened, Empowered,
Yeah.
Evolved.